Did you know that the Bible is full of special words and names? Some may seem hard, but when we discover what they mean, we understand more about the stories and teachings of God. In today's video, we will explore some of these words and what they teach us. Ready? Let's get started. Let's get to know some special people and titles in the Bible. Pharisees. The Pharisees were religious leaders well known in Jesus' time. They were responsible for teaching the law of Moses and followed many rules. However, sometimes they got so caught up in the rules that they forgot the most important thing: loving others and being humble. Jesus taught that what truly matters isn't just following the rules, but having a heart full of love and compassion. Prophets. The prophets were people chosen by God to deliver important messages to His people. They brought good news, warned about the dangers of disobeying God, and reminded that God always keeps His promises. Prophets like Isaiah, Elijah, and Jonah show us that God always communicates with those who want to listen. Apostles. The apostles were Jesus' followers, chosen by Him to learn and spread His messages. They started as disciples or students, and after spending much time with Jesus, they were sent out to share the message of God's kingdom. The word apostle means sent. Jesus chose 12 men to be apostles, like Peter, James, John, and Matthew. After Jesus' resurrection, they traveled to many places, teaching about God's love and performing miracles in His name. Samaritans. The Samaritans were people living in the region of Samaria. They believed in God, but had customs and traditions different from the Jews, which led to many disagreements between the two groups. So, in Jesus' time, the Jews avoided interacting with Samaritans. But Jesus showed something very different. He taught that we are all equal in God's eyes and that we should love and help one another. In the parable of the Good Samaritan, Jesus showed us that love for others is more important than any differences between people. Levites. The Levites were a tribe of Israel, chosen by God to serve in the temple and take care of the sacred things. They were responsible for performing religious ceremonies, singing praises, and assisting with offerings. Although they didn't own land, they were very important in serving God and were dedicated to maintaining the holiness of the temple. They also taught God's laws to the people. Gentiles. The Gentiles were people who were not Jewish. They lived outside of Israel and often did not follow God's laws like the Jews did. However, God always had plans for the Gentiles to know His love. Jesus came to save not just the Jews, but all people, showing that God loves everyone, regardless of their background. How many special words did we learn today, right? Each of them helps us understand more about the amazing stories in the Bible and God's love for all people. It doesn't matter if they were Pharisees, prophets, apostles, Samaritans, Levites, or Gentiles. The lesson Jesus taught applies to everyone. God loves us all equally and wants us to live with love and compassion in our hearts. And you know what's even better? We still have so much more to learn together. So, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss the next videos. Come along with us because this is just the beginning. See you next time.